back for another episode of Hoops and Football. I am Shannon. Today will be the discussion about the Serpell report for round 16. And what I can say is it is almost all good news. Right, so let's break it down. Sammy Lalor. So Sammy Lalor has done really well with his rehab. And he will be a test for this week. And he'll be made available for selection for the selection table, and the coaches will make a call on his future there. So that's a decision on whether the club thinks he goes, because the report originally was that he would rehab, give him a little block of fitness, and then go straight back into the seniors. So that's a decision whether they think he is fit and ready to go straight back into the seniors, or does he need to go into the VFL for a game or two to get his match fitness back up. But it's good news. He did not go on the mid-season bye. He stayed back, apparently did a power load of work to get his body right, which is good to see from a number one pick who's young. You could think he could take some time off and relax. I love to see that he came back to the club and did a power of work to get himself and his body right, so he can play another game of AFL, because I think we do miss him. The next one is Harry Armstrong. I'm a super fan of Harry Armstrong, if you guys do know. He is estimated 1 week away. So it says we expect him to get through training this week and hopefully see him running around in the next week against Geelong, which is really good. That's a bit more... I originally thought it was going to be like around like 18 or 19 where this would come down. And so he's obviously dropped down quite a fair bit of time. Other reports is he's bulked up, upper body strength is quite well, and I think you'll see him probably play 2 or 3 games in the VFL, and I reckon he comes straight back in. I just think he'll come back in the right time to give Jonty and Sims a rest, or maybe just Jonty, just because Sims plays that hybrid ruck as well. Josh Gibkus, Shepparton boy from near down where I'm from, big fan of Josh Gibkus. I thought he was going to be a star when he first came in, played the 19 games for us. Obviously, he has had 2 major injuries, ACL, I just said the word, and ACL surgery and a major hamstring. So they did take longer than they normally do, and I really do like that. I think it's been close to like 14 or 16 months since he's had off football, so I like that taking his time. But he's 1 week, so it says Gibbo is doing extremely well. I would say that this is his last week out, and then we'll put him in for a test next week. So he's similar to Harry Armstrong. He will probably play up against Geelong's VFL side, which is really exciting. It's just going to show you how hard it is going to be to break into Richmond's back six. With Gibson coming back, it's hard to see who comes out, and it's good for the club. I think the club needs it. Short is 1 week away. Short is likely to miss another week. As we said last week, he was a test, and he probably didn't perform as well as we would like. So it's probably the same thing as the other two, is the Geelong game. And I think he goes to the VFL. I don't think he comes straight back in. I think he's been out too long. With them giving out the instance of he's not performing well is a bit of a concern. I don't see him coming back in. If Gibkus struggles to get back in the back line, Luke Traynor struggling to get in the back line, and he's a pure backman and he's playing wing. So I just don't see Short getting him back into that back line. I think it's too settled in. I think we can all agree that Sam Banks has taken that spot off Jade Short. Jade Short's going to have to find another one. Josh Smiley is 1 to 3 weeks away. They've just downgraded him by 1 week, as they do if they show slow progress. They says they're comfortable with that, and that it will be a later end at the end. He is certainly getting his body of work in, and will set him up for his future career. I like that it's setting him there. What they've done now is put him aside and gone, what we're going to do now is going to build you for your career, not just for this year. And if we don't see him play in the AFL for the rest of the year, I'm not going to be angry about it. I love the idea we're going to go, we're just going to focus on him and his career, not the short term. We're going for the long term game. Campbell Gray is 2 to 4 weeks. So you expect him to miss the next 2 to 4 weeks and be playing back later in the year. So some really good news. Obviously, they worked out what was going on with that knee. Kane McCauliffe, which is quite sad to me, because he was really starting to show that he was that dynamic left foot, high speed, low kicking power midfielder, which we needed. Apparently, he's done a quad. It's 3 to 4 weeks as well. So we won't see him until later in the year, and that's if he comes back in. You'd think he'd nearly be an automatic in, but it'd be hard with Sam Lalor coming back. Smiley might be ready by then, and Smiley could be pushing. Taj Houghton could be pushing as well, so it might be hard to see him back in the side right now, unless at the end of the year they drop all the seniors and just give all the young guys games. Thompson Dow's 3 to 6 weeks away, so there's not a lot to update, which sucks because I was loving Dow's work. Samson Ryan is to be assessed with his foot fasciitis. Matt Cleaner has dislocated his shoulder in the VFL, and that's him done for the season, which sucks because he was starting to get himself back going again. Judson Clark would have had his surgery by now, getting that ACL repaired for the 3rd time, which that sucks as well because we all thought he should have been back playing in the AFL level. So mostly good news, guys. As we can see that a lot of the young talent will be coming in. It's going to be hard to see where they can fit because there's going to be so many of them. So that's it for this episode, guys. Thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe button. I really do appreciate it. And everyone who jumped onto my live stream last night. Stay safe and go Tigers.